Welcome back to Next in AI with Emma and Friends. I'm your host, Emma, and today we're diving into the dynamic and ever-evolving tech ecosystem of India. From groundbreaking innovations to unique challenges, we're unpacking two major trends shaking things up. Joining us is Vignesh Annamalai, founder and CEO of ChatMaxima, an AI-powered conversational platform built from the heart of a Tier 3 city in India. Vignesh, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Emma. It's great to be here and talk about what's happening in India's tech scene.
We're thrilled to have you. So let's kick things off. There's been a lot of buzz about two big trends in India's tech ecosystem. Can you tell us what these trends are and share your perspective as an entrepreneur building from India?
Before we dive into the first trend, let's set the stage with a recent controversy that sparked heated debate in India's AI community. Sarvam AI, a Bengaluru-based startup tasked with building India's first sovereign large language model under the India AI mission, launched Sarvam M, a 24 billion parameter model supporting 10 Indian languages. Despite its technical promise, the model faced criticism for low adoption, only 334 downloads on Hugging Face in 2 days, and for being a fine-tuned version of Mistral Small rather than a fully homegrown AI. Critics like VC Das called it embarrassing for a startup with $41 million in funding, while supporters argue it's a vital step toward India's AI sovereignty.
Vignesh, how does this tie into the first trend you're seeing in India's tech ecosystem?
Thanks for bringing that up, Emma. The Sarvam AI controversy is a perfect lens for the first trend. The push for Indian alternatives in tech, especially in AI and SaaS. With geopolitical shifts like data privacy concerns and restrictions on foreign tech, there's a strong case for homegrown solutions. India needs its own tech stack, from AI models to software platforms, to ensure sovereignty and relevance to our diverse culture and languages. As an entrepreneur, I strongly believe Indian alternatives are a must. We can't rely solely on global giants forever, especially when their priorities may not align with India's needs. But, and this is a big but, we can't be lenient or overly praiseful of substandard products just because they carry an Indian tag. Patriotism is great, but it shouldn't cloud our judgment about quality. The Sarvam case highlights this. While their goal of building a sovereign AI is commendable, the low adoption and questions about building on a foreign model show we need to aim higher. Take Ku and Guruji as other examples. Both were bold initiatives to create Indian alternatives to Twitter and Google, but they didn't meet global standards. Ku struggled with user engagement, and Guruji couldn't match Google's search prowess. Why would any customer, Indian or global, choose a substandard product just because its Indian quality has to come first?
That's a strong stance, Vignesh. So you're saying it's not enough to just wave the Indian flag. Products need to compete globally?
Exactly. Look at companies like Zoho and Freshworks. They're Indian-born, globally competitive, and didn't rely on the Indian label to succeed. Zoho's Sridhar Vembu built a world-class suite from a small town, and Freshworks cracked the global SaaS market with relentless focus on quality. These are the stories we should draw inspiration from. The challenge, though, is that building high-quality products requires research and funding support, which India often lacks compared to ecosystems like Silicon Valley. We have the talent, India's producing top engineers, but we need more investment in R&D and less pressure to churn out quick, subpar solutions just to claim Indian-made. Supporting substandard products in the name of patriotism doesn't help our country. It holds us back from true global leadership.
That's a powerful point. Balancing pride in Indian innovation with a commitment to excellence. So, what's the second trend you're seeing?
The second trend is what's being called the Skip India movement. It's this growing sentiment among Indian startup founders, especially in AI and SaaS, to bypass the Indian market entirely and focus on global customers, particularly in the US or Europe. And honestly, Emma, I get why. India's tech market, while promising, is tiny compared to global markets, and it comes with unique challenges. I've had personal experiences that mirror what other founders are saying. Big Indian enterprises often exploit startups. They demand numerous core demos, extensive free proofs of concept, POCs, and sometimes even try to reverse engineer your product to build their own version. It's not just a monetary loss, it's a massive waste of time, which is critical for early stage or bootstrapped startups like mine. And then there's the issue of payment delays. It's so common in India that it's almost expected. You deliver a project and clients take months to pay if they pay at all. For a startup, that's a death knell. Cash flow is everything when you're bootstrapped.
That sounds incredibly frustrating. You're building ChatMaxima from a tier 3 city in India, which is inspiring, but you've also turned down opportunities to work abroad. How do you reconcile that with agreeing with the skip India sentiment?
Great question, Emma. I chose to build from a tier 3 city because I believe in India's potential and want to contribute to its ecosystem. But that doesn't mean I'm blind to the challenges. For early stage or bootstrap startups, I strongly advise skipping the Indian market until you achieve financial stability. The constant haggling, payment delays, and POC exploitation can drain your resources and morale. That said, India is still a fantastic market to test and validate your product. Our diverse user base, different languages, cultures and behaviors makes India a great proving ground. You can iron out kinks here before going global, but for revenue, look abroad first. Once you're stable, you can come back and tackle India with a stronger product and better leverage.
So, it's about strategic timing. Use India to refine your product, but don't rely on it for early revenue. That's a practical approach. Have you faced these payment delays or exploitation attempts yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I've had clients ask for demo after demo only to ghost us or try to replicate our conversational AI features in-house. One time, a major enterprise kept us on a 6-month POC cycle, promising a big contract only to delay payments indefinitely after we delivered. That's time and money we could have spent scaling globally. It's why I sympathize with founders like Paras Chopra, who banned engaging with Indian clients. It's not about giving up on India, it's about surviving as a startup.
Vignesh, you've painted a vivid picture of the challenges but also the potential. How do you see Indian startups navigating these trends moving forward?
It's about striking a balance. For Indian alternatives, we need to invest heavily in R&D and foster a culture that values quality over quick wins. The Sarvam AI controversy shows both the ambition and the gaps. Low adoption isn't just a marketing issue. It's a sign we need better funding and focus on global competitiveness. The government's India AI mission is a step in the right direction, but we need more private sector funding and mentorship to match global ecosystems. As for the skip India trend, I think it's a temporary phase. As India's economy grows, projected to hit 180,000 tech startups by 2030, the market will mature. Enterprises will need to adapt, pay on time, and value innovation. Until then, startups should be strategic, validate in India, but scale globally. Companies like Zoho and Freshworks show it's possible to stay rooted in India while winning worldwide.
Inspiring words, Vignesh. Before we wrap up, any advice for young Indian entrepreneurs watching?
Don't let challenges like payment delays or market size discourage you. Build for excellence, not just for India. Test your product here, learn from our diverse market, but don't be afraid to go global early. And most importantly, don't let patriotism excuse mediocrity. Aim to be the best, period.
That's a fantastic note to end on. Vignesh Annamalai, thank you for joining us and sharing your insights on India's tech trends. Folks, that's all for today's episode of Next in AI with Emma and Friends. Stay curious, stay innovative, and we'll see you next time.